Right, so we're going to go in this drawer. So this drawer is pretty much my favourites and things I haven't tested. So let's start from here. So basically it goes, I'll just show you all the way over here. I'm sat right next to the drawer today, so this is the best view I'm going to get. So this is the Rude Cosmetics City of Dreamy Lights, guys. It is so nice. And it's got, like, for drugstore palette, it's got these amazing shifty shades. I can't even remember where I bought these from. Sorry about the mirror reflecting. I can't even remember where I bought it from. Maybe Beauty Boxes by Tammy. But yeah, this is going nowhere. This is a lot of me, you know, it's just me all over, especially for this time of year. I don't think I got it from TK Maxx, but I did see it last year in TK Maxx. So that's that. This has got Colourpop singles in, so I'll show you that when we get to my magnetic palettes. Put it off to the side. So then we've got some green palettes coming up. So we've got the Kimchi Virgin Mojito. I really like this. I love the greens in this palette. And the packaging is so stunning as well, so I'm definitely going to keep that. Definitely keeping this. Naomi bought this for me from Glamshop. I can never pronounce the name. I think it's called Zielone. But if it's not, it's just beautiful. Let me show you. So that's what it looks like. I mean, just look how shiny they are. And they look so wet and foiled on your eyelids. So definitely not going anywhere. I've just thrown the packaging away though. So yeah, love that. My favourite shade in this palette is that chartreuse green Monstera. So keeping hold of this. Then we've got the Saints, Angels and Sinners Fire Baby palette. Yeah, I've used this one. I think there's one more left that I haven't used. That's why I had to think. This is a beautiful warm toned eyeshadow palette. It isn't going anywhere, and it was also a gift as well, so I'll definitely keep it around the collection. Now this is the one that I haven't used. So it's the Saints, Angels, Sinners Baby, and it's got blues in it. That's not why I've not used it. I'm not opposed to using blue eyeshadow anymore, because I know that we can put like a neutral shade in the crease. But how beautiful is that? It's stunning. I think I've only just swatched it. I've not actually used it. I'm not actually sure if I've even swatched it. Normally I do shorts with new eyeshadow palettes, but I've not done that in quite a long time. I feel like my lives are taking up a lot of the time, which I'm really loving, but I wanted to get this video as a longer form content video rather than a live, so that everyone can see it. Everyone could see it in a live anyway, but I know that a lot of people don't like watching lives. Anyway, off on a tangent now, guys. That's that one. Again, going nowhere. This might just be a case of you seeing my collection. Then I've got this Cara Duo Cali Slush. Now, I haven't used this yet. Again, it got sent to me in friend mail, so that's that. We will be using it soon. I think I'm going to put it over next to my vanity. Do you know where those P. Louise palettes were? So then I know what to use. Yeah, that's what we'll do with that one. This one as well, because I've not used this yet. This is the Juvias Place, the Blushed Rose. So that looks like that. Absolutely stunning. You could use those two pinks as blush. I'm not opposed to not using eyeshadows that come with big pans like this as blusher, but I've got those shades probably 10 times over anyway, so I don't really need to do that. Looks stunning though, doesn't it? So that one can go over near my vanity. This one could really go on chopping block Sunday. So we've got the Violets by Juvias. I could probably get rid of this. I mean, it's stunning and everything, and I don't have many purple eyeshadow palettes, so it's kind of a maybe to go on the chopping block. I think I'm going to do some more looks. I have used it for live before and I did get compliments on it, but I think I'm going to bring it out for chopping block Sunday. So again, that one will go near the vanity. Then we've got this BH Cosmetics Optimistic AF palette that Lisa bought for me. I have used this one. loves it. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love that shade, Shake It Off. I always think Taylor Swift. I don't actually even call it Shake It Off, I call it Taylor Swift. If you look back on the video, yeah, that's just me though. But yeah, this is a really, really nice palette. Keeping. We've got the Juvias Place, the bronze Rustic. I've not used this either. So I got these from Superdrug, so inexpensive, a couple of pounds. So yeah, this needs to go on the vanity for me to use and to make a decision whether I want to keep or declutter. Then we've got another Juvias Place, which is the same. I think it's Olori too. And look at all those blues in that palette. This makes me think of Naomi. I don't even think she's got this palette. But yeah, it makes me think of Naomi. I am going to use it because I want to see if those kind of blues suit me. And I want to see if I can keep it around the collection or just declutter it. So that's that one. And then at the bottom, we've got another Juvias Place, which is also new. And I think I paid no more than £4 for this. So it's the Warrior by Juvias. And that's what that one looks like. It's very bronze toned. Again, I've not used it, so that one will go by the vanity as well. It's just so I know really what I need to use and what I don't. So we've got the BH Cosmetics one here. When I got this, I really didn't like it. I had so much negativity around this palette, but now I absolutely love it. So it's a BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles. So keeping that, that'll just go back in this drawer. Then we've got the BH Cosmetics Puerto Rico palette. Oh, it's stunning, is it not? Keeping for sure. Then over there we've got the BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast. If you don't like greens, you won't like this, because it's mainly greens. You can get a neutral look with that expensive shade up at the top and that paprika shade, but it doesn't really have that many neutral colours in. They're all greens, hence the name. Keeping this, I don't care what anyone says, you can argue with me in the comments if you want, but this is the best Juvias Place palette that they've come out with, and I'll tell you why. So it's the Garden of Juvias, and this is what it looks like. It's a pastel palette, so if you don't like pastels you probably won't like it, but you can use it as a companion palette, and they're just so shifty. Right, look at that one in the middle. It's called Money Tree. Look at that shift there. They're all like that. So yeah, definitely keeping this one. Right, let's go in over here. So we've got the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights. It's not going anywhere. Oh, my palettes are starting to fall over. Flower Beauty Desert Lights, not going anywhere. They're my two favourite drugstore palettes. The Elf Retro Paradise, yeah, I'm keeping this, and I need to use it more is all. I barely used it, so that's that one. The Kylie Jenner Reindeer palette. This is not going anywhere. I love this palette, especially to do looks with around Christmas time. Then we've got Sample Beauty, the Equalizer Volume 2 palette. I did think about decluttering this one. Don't need that plastic though, do I? Yeah, I did think about decluttering this one, but I'm going to keep it and see how I feel next year. It's just because the bigger palettes, and I don't really want bigger palettes in my collection anymore. But yeah, we'll keep it for now. I'll use it and I'll just see how I feel. And if I still feel the same way, I'll declutter it next year. Okay, this one I think I can pass. So this is the BH Cosmetics Nude Ego Unleashed. I believe they did a bigger palette of this. I mean, those rose tones are absolutely stunning, but I feel like I can pass on this one, so that's what I'll do. And the reason I passed on that one, the BH Cosmetics one, I feel like the Rich Romantic, or is it the Nearly Natural? I think it's the Nearly Natural actually. I think it's got a lot of pinky tones. Let's just have a look at this. Right, so it doesn't have that many. Well, it does. It has Admire, it has Captivating, it has Magnetic, and it has Rich. The rest, I wouldn't say, are kind of pink toned. Why is my palette doing that? Eden, if you're watching this video, I know you've got quite a lot of Glaminatrix, but can you see it looks like grease between Admire and Charming? If you know, and if you know how to stop it, can you let me know, please? Right, so I'll show you all my Glaminatrix. So we've got the Glaminatrix Sugar and Spice. So I think Lisa got me all these. What I'm going to show you now, I think I've only bought one palette from them. And that's it. I definitely need to buy more. I'm saying I'm not going to buy more, but if they come out of a colour story that I want, I probably will. So this is probably one of my least used. I mean, I've only used them all once, but this is probably one of the ones that I'd gravitate towards the least. And I'm hoping to rectify that because it is a beautiful palette. Again, Sugar and Spice. Nearly Natural is one of those palettes that you can just use for everyday use, which is really, really nice. I'm sure this one has got pinks in it. Do I need that? I don't think so. I don't want things taking up unnecessary room. Yeah, it does have some pink tones in there. The flash from the camera is just making it look different. It does have some pink tones there. It's just what it says, a Nearly Natural palette. So definitely keep it. Not getting rid of any of my Glaminatrix palettes. Then I think we'll go here. So my BH Cosmetics ones are in the other drawer, so I might put that with that. So it's the BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel. I don't actually think I've got too many palettes to use, and then I can start rotating these older ones, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, so I've kept this for the light purple shades up at the top, and what's it called, Jode and OA especially. Did you guys watch that series OA? That's what she named the eyeshadow off, I believe. I went and watched the actual video where she talks about this eyeshadow palette. I love that My Angel shade. That's a typical me shade though, isn't it? If you've been watching lives, I do a lot of looks with like unique golds. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this. I think I'll put it in a different drawer though. Then we've got my Cosmic Brushes ones. So we've got the Cosmic Brushes Serenity, which mine looks like this. I chipped that blue down there on the last row, so don't mind that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of it really. I could pass it on, but I don't really know anyone who'd want it, you know, who'd wear those kind of colours. And some of the shades I do really, really like, so I'll keep it for now. Oh, there's this one. I actually prefer this one. So I got, this one came out first, Cosmic Brushes Royal Rose, but this was the second palette. So I got the Serenity palette first. Naomi actually told me about the brand. Fancy living in the UK and not knowing about a makeup brand that's in the UK. And then I saw this on their site for like £6. I'm like, oh, I need to get it. And I like this one better. That green, oh my gosh, it is so stunning. So yeah, do you like this one better? Not going anywhere. Then we've got the Cosmic Brushes Delicious Delights. This one's nice too. And this one comes with a multi-chrome, that sprinkles shade there. And then that one, that delicious shade, is a duochrome. And it's really, really nice for this time of year, spring, summer months. You do get depth in it as well, which is nice. So that's that one. That's the last one that I bought. And then this one is I would say it's the grungy version. What they've said about these Cosmic Brushes, they're not standalone palettes. They're supposed to be used with each other's. With each other, should I say. They're like companion palettes. This one, actually, I would say this one's my favourite. And then the Royal Rose, and then Delicious Delights, and then Serenity. So that's that. It'd be alright if I could put them together back where they sorry guys. I think I'll fast forward this part. Oh, I've not showed you the Nocturnal, the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Nocturnal. I thought it had more palettes than I showed you. And I've already showed you the Christmas one I got. And I'll leave it in here because I know if I don't, fingerprints will go all over the place. This one's my favourite. And this one was the newest one. I got this for my birthday. It was supposed to be Christmas, but then the Glaminatrix Cosmetics palette came and it was a hot mess and I didn't feel comfortable about taking it to my mum's. Sorry, I asked Lisa if I could have this for my birthday instead and then take the other one for Christmas, and she said that was fine. But gosh, it's so stunning. I love Luna. I love that shade Luna. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't dislike any of these shades in this palette. It's so stunning, and I've heard they're coming out with another one, like not another one, but I've heard that they're coming out with this palette but in kind of a palette like this, in palette form, not like long like this palette is. So you guys might be able to get it if you want it. We'll go at the back where this Danessa Myricks palette is. So my good friend Karen bought me this and oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have it. This needs to get used more. It really should be with my high-end palettes, you know, like Natasha Denona and that kind, but it isn't. It's in here just because I've got other eyeshadows that are multi-chromes, but blimey, this is so nice. Whoops. I mean, it doesn't have any mattes, but I don't care about that. If a palette's nice, I'll use it. And yeah, loves that. Can you see how we're just going through the collection? We're not actually getting rid of anything. Not much anyway, one palette so far. And that's fine. So we've got Essence Bronze this way. I probably could get rid of this. Let's put this on a Second Chance Sunday. I probably could get rid of it because I've got a lot of bronze eyeshadows. So let's just leave that up there. Then I've got this Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadow palette. For a long time I thought about decluttering this, but I really love it. Especially around Christmas. It speaks Christmas to me for some reason. I think it's that green. I think if that green and possibly that blue were out of it, I just would wear it all year round. And you can wear it all year round, but yeah, love that. Then we've got this Pretty Cool Dose of Colours palette. I showed you this earlier, didn't I, in one of the other videos. Definitely keeping this. I might actually put it in my smaller drawer though, so it's always on hand, because it's going to get lost here. So yeah, I think I'll do that. And I've got this beautiful Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. I didn't like this initially either. And then this one's a really nice one for Christmas. This one, I feel like it will be easy to pan, because look at that green there. So maybe it's one of those palettes, because I've had it a while, maybe it's one of those palettes that I should work on panning next year. So that's that one there. Not going to do the magnetic palettes yet. Then I've got the Moira Sweet Delights Sweet Series palette. I wanted this and I couldn't get it in the UK. And lovely Lisa was kind enough to send it to me, but I didn't realise there was only 2 shimmers in it. I do like the pastels in it as well though, so yeah, it's not going anywhere. Oh, this one is beautiful. So I absolutely love this. I'm saying I love this, but I love them all. So this one is the Flower Punk palette. Shall I open it and show you? It's got the mirror in it there. Can I do this without actually adding another clip? Look at that. Look at those shimmery shades. That's what I bought this palette for. I like the fact that you can do pastel. You can do like it says, a punk look with those greens there. yeah, it's just very, very stunning. I couldn't part with this, but I do need to use it more. You can definitely see there's a theme, can't you? That needs to be put back there. This one as well, I would never part with. So it's the Rude Cosmetics Peanut Shades of Peanuts. I got this in friend mail. You can't get it in the UK. I could order it from Rude Cosmetics, and they did have the blush palette that they came out with in TK Maxx, but you can't get this in my TK Maxx. I've never come across it, so happy to have that. Then we've got the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. What is this one called? This is the only one I got. Do you remember when she came out with the Vault? Oh, Armed and Gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, Armed and Gorgeous. And there was so much there was so many complaints about these palettes, weren't there? How the shimmers, they just weren't good performance. And she said, oh, just scrape it off, you know, scrape the top layer off, that's what you have to do. So I didn't send mine back. Sorry, my finger's in the way there. I didn't send mine back, but I love that shade there. Coin especially. I could probably declutter it. I probably got that shade 10 times over, and this in some aspects reminds me of the Wet n Wild Call Me Sunshine palette, in the fact that it's got the browns, that mustard matte, and then the golden shade. So I don't need to keep it, but I think I'm going to, maybe just for this next year. Then we've got a Pat McGrath Labs dupe. I can't remember the palette. I'll put it down there somewhere so you can see it. So this one is the Night and Day Revolution Pro palette. I got this last year, and you'll know when you see it. You'll know which one it dupes. So this is what it looks like. So those 4 shades there, that blue brown, you know, and the blue, the gold and the white, I absolutely love. And then we've just got a lot of neutrals going on, so definitely keeping this. I actually had to get this from eBay. Then we've got the beautiful Tiny Marvels Sydney Grace Mel Thompson palette, still in the package. Do I need to keep the package? No, because it's got the same. I'm just sick of keeping packages, guys. It's the same as what's on the palette, so I don't need to keep the package. I was just worried about busting the package, you know, but never mind. It is what it is, right? And I'm more likely to reach for it if it's not in the outer carton, I think. So we've got that Scarab shade there. Isn't it just stunning? This is the only Sydney Grace palette I've got. Right, then I've got the Ace Beauty. Oh, I thought I only had one Ace Beauty palette, and that's the one Andy Does Stuff sent me. No, Naomi sent me this. This is Floral Vintage. Very, very me yet again. There's grease in that shade as well. Cherry Blossom. Does that just happen over time? But my Glaminatrix palettes are fairly new. What causes that grease? So anyway, this is what the palette looks like. It's very, very pretty. Again, saying that way too often. And then we've got this Cara Duo palette that Lisa sent to me, because again, I couldn't get it in the UK, or I could, it was just going to cost too much. Right, and then we've just got these. So these are, I think these are all magnetic palettes. So we've got the Lethal Cosmetics, my one and only. Does it? He doesn't say the name of this. It's not a palette that I put together, it's a palette that they put together, and I like the look of it, and I've barely used it, so this needs to come out again soon. So that's that one. We've got this Colourpop magnetic palette. What's in this? Oh yes, some gosh, what brand is this? Why can't I remember? Luxy Beauty. I think they're all Luxy Beauty. That one there. So let's put it over here because I don't want any more accidents. That one there smashed, and I managed to put it back together. And I've got some more Luxy Beauty eyeshadows elsewhere that I'm still wanting to try out. But all these I've tried out, and they're all really, really pretty. For the price point, Luxy Beauty is just so good. But I got these sent over by a friend, and I can't get any more, unfortunately. Right, so there's this one. So this has got Glaminatrix singles in it, and so the first 5 are Glaminatrix. Lisa sent them all to me. I don't really want to break anything, but I'll try and show you what we've got. Let's just put these down here. I don't want to put my fingers in it. This one isn't Glaminatrix. Right, so they're very shifty. This one shifts orange, if you can see that there. IS1, I think that's called. And this one's got a bit of orange in it as well. Glaminatrix G'day. Let me know, guys, if you want me to do looks with anything that you've seen on this channel, like when I've been doing the declutter, because I'm more than happy to in the live, that is. Baubles, that one always reminds me of Christmas. Majestic. I have a feeling like the eyeshadow is just going to completely come out. Sparks. Oh yeah, these two were the ones that she sent me last. And then this one Desi sent me, I think. Yeah, Terra Moons, Solar, Delirium. Have I actually used that? I don't know if I've used that on the channel. But yeah, I could definitely do some looks with this if you want me to. So that's in a little flamingo palette. Reminds me of Lisa so much. She loves flamingos. This is my yucca palette that I put together that I want to do some looks in lives very soon. I personally think this is better than the yucca palette just because it's got duochromes in it. It's got a triochrome on the bottom middle row. That green is looking not like it does. This green here, I think it's the light. That's like a forest green, but it's not translating as that on camera. So yeah, I've got that. Then this one is a dupe for the Natasha Denona. I can't remember what it's called. I say retro, but I don't think it's called retro. It's the one that Mel Thompson said that if she could do it her way, then she would do it her way. And yeah, so I copied her video, and then I also went and looked at Natasha Denona's palettes and put some greens and peaches in there as well. And yeah, that's what mine looks like. You can see there's a lot of colour pop. It's all colour pop actually. Then we've got this Anastasia very blingy magnetic palette, and this is full of bling. So most of all this is pastel roses. Some of them are just drying up, so we really need to use them. I need to pull them out in Shop My Stash. That really big gold there, I'm not too sure where I bought it from. That pink there, I think it's Glamshop. Yeah, Glamshop. So yeah, we'll need to use what's in the palette, and I'll just have to go through things. I think I'm gonna do what I was asked. Someone asked me to swatch them and do a look with them. And yeah, I think I'll do that. What's this blue one? Is this Pastel Roses? No, this one's Titmouse Cosmetics. See, so there's a mixture of things. So yeah, we'll do that in an upcoming live. It might be a long one. Let me know if you guys want to see it. So that's that. And then we've got this Anastasia one. I think it's mainly Colourpop and Glamshop. So yeah, it is. So Glamshop, I can't show you. Glamshop are over here on the left. You can see the difference anyway in pan size, and then Colourpop. So that's those. And then I've got another Colourpop palette to show you, haven't I? What I put away in the beginning. I'm just thinking this drawer is beginning to look really, really nice, but I've got all these palettes here to put back. I think all those are going by the side of the vanity, so we can try them out. So let's put, oh, I'm going to put that in a different drawer as well. There's some more Colourpop ones here. I think I'm going to take them out and put them in one of those like Colourpop palettes that didn't have a lot of shades in. Then we've got this. So we've basically got 2 empty magnetic palettes. I don't know if I want to keep any of these shades, but I want to try them. Can't even remember what palette they came out of. And then we've got a nice blush and a highlighter there. So that's them. Obviously, Carli Bybel. I'm going to see if I can fit that in the other drawer, like I said. And then we've got this Truly Madly Deeply Colourpop palette. But it is just a magnetic palette to me now. I didn't like the colour story. Love, love, love this colour story that I made up. It was a dupe for, I can't remember what the palette was, but it wasn't an exact dupe. It was a dupe for it, and yeah, I just really, really like it. So that's staying around the collection. Okay, so let me sort out these other palettes. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can see there's a lot there, and then these are potentials to stay as well, but I've not used them. So how many have I not used? 1, 2, 3. I want to use this again. 4, 5, 6. The 2p Louise one. So there's only 8 palettes, I think. Not use up, just use and see if I want to keep them around the collection. And then we've only it's not very good, but I've only decluttered 1. But I think I decluttered, I'll count them up, but from my reckoning, I think I decluttered about 30, which isn't what I wanted to declutter, but it's still a lot. Yeah, they're all on the bed that I'm decluttering, so I'll count them all up and then I'll let you know. So let me take all the palettes over to where I want them to be, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Oh, before that, that's the second drawer now. I think that is a big improvement. Right, so we'll just put the Carli Bybel one in there as well. Let me know what you think, guys. I do really think that's a big improvement. I do want to get rid of quite a lot of, if I can, face palettes, because I've got a lot of them. I'll just show you what I've got in face palettes. Right, so all these are face palettes, obviously. And then I've got some more in the top drawer, I think. Let me just double check that. Oh no, I don't. I must have shifted them out. I think the only one I've got is this one. I do need to bring this out and see if I want to keep or declutter that. But yeah, this is just like blushers, cream blushers and bronzers. But you'll see all that when I go into that and see what I can keep or declutter from that. Because I do just want this to be ruthless. I don't need everything that I've got. And I would like, really... I would like blushes, highlighters and bronzers in this section, and then just 2 drawers of eyeshadow palettes, and then nothing, you know. But I've got like eyeshadow palettes over here as well. What I could do is put all this, not for it to be on show like that, but put it in the drawers. But if I'm going to do that, I'm still going to have this white thing anyway, so it doesn't really make sense. What I want to do is obviously, you know, have all this like clutter free if I can. I will come up with something eventually, but yeah, this is going to have to be it for now. Anyway, let's take these palettes over to where the vanity is, and then I can just pull a palette out whenever I want one. I don't think going forward, I don't think I'm going to be pulling out any eyeshadow palettes come shop my stash. I think I'm just going to pull out what I want to use. It's just an idea. And that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Right, so this is what it's looking like so far. Still need a dust. I've not really... I want to do this eyeshadow palette thing before I start dusting. We still need to dust it, which I will do. We've got the 2p Louise palettes that I need to use as well, and all this. I say all this, there's not that much there. If I focus on those palettes alone, I'll be able to get opinions on them. It would just be so nice not to have to bring like new palettes into the collection, have new palettes to actually see if I like, or I want to declutter them. It'd be so nice to actually use what I own. Not use it because I want to see what the formula's like and then to review or to rank. Just to actually use my eyeshadow palettes that I've got. So anyway, this is what it looks like. I'm going to clean this up now, I think. And we've got brushes here. They need cleaning. All that space there. I mean, it went all the way back, didn't it? You know, so got rid of quite a lot. I'm interested in the numbers now, so let's go and count them up. Okay, so there's 30 here, just as a thought. It's not what I wanted. I wanted, what, 64, did I say initially? It's half of that, and I'll probably do another one in spring. But I just feel like those eyeshadow palettes are the ones that I want to keep at the moment. And there's some of them as well, isn't there, that I've not even used, so I need to test them. So guys, thank you so much for watching this massive declutter. Like, to me it's a massive declutter and collection video. To you it might not be, you might have a bigger collection than me. I'm going to go through and just see how many I've got now, count them all up and just make sure that I counted the right amount earlier. And I'll tell you how many I've got left in my collection. Right, so I've just gone through it again and I forgot to count some little Charlotte Tilbury palettes, so, and some other palettes, so it's 167 total in my collection, and I've got rid of, I think, 31. Yeah, so I've got rid of 31, which isn't the best, but there's also some on chopping block, so they potentially could be going as well, so look out for them. I don't know how many is on chopping block, I think about 7 or 8. The fact is, you know, 30 eyeshadow palettes is quite a lot, so yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that I've got more room, not for anything, I just need to tidy this drawer up now. I don't want to like make more room for things to go in there at all. That's not what I'm aiming for in this declutter video. I just want to do it so I can feel better about my collection. See, this one has the potential to go as well, so I'm going to put that at the side of my vanity, the Zulu. I do like a few shades in it, but I just don't feel comfortable about keeping a palette for a few shades. And yes, I could depot those really nice metallics, but do I really want to go to that effort? So that's the Zulu. So a potential declutter for that as well. Here are all the palettes I'm getting rid of. There's only one that's going into the bin, and that's that Sigma Rosy. The rest, hopefully I'm going to find good homes for them. So yeah, there's 32 in total, not 30. I got rid of a couple of others. So yeah, there's 32 in total that I actually got rid of. I put that Urban Decay Naked Honey one there, and I also put that Morphe Jaclyn Hill one there, the Armed and Gorgeous, which I didn't think I was going to get rid of. They've both got similar colour stories, and I've also got the Wet n Wild Call Me Sunshine palette, so I don't need to keep those two palettes. I do feel really good that these aren't in my collection anymore. Literally though, I wanted to do an overview of all the palettes, and I did that on my other phone rather than doing it on this older phone, and I fell backwards off the bed, so I'm not doing the overview again. You'll have to excuse that. You've seen them all anyway in the video that you've just seen. This is just kind of me showing you like a bit of more of a in-depth close-up of the palettes that we're getting rid of. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Please like, it really does help get my small channel out there. Share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.